Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Bradley Walsh has opened up about his health struggles, revealing that he was left terrified and suffering from vertigo when he had to cross a rickety rope bridge in Japan. Bradley Walsh, alongside his son Barney, has landed his dream gig, jetting off to Japan for the latest installment of their successful ITV Journey series, Bradley and Barney Walsh, Breaking Dad. During their adventures, they took in the stunning vistas of Tokyo, with Bradley admitting they even tackled some of the country's most nerve-wracking rope bridges. The beloved presenter shared that he experienced genuine fear and vertigo as he crossed what seemed like a rather treacherous bridge, reports Gloucestershire Live. Jay Slater. 5 shocking revelations from the inquest, including Knives photo and missing witnesses. Chris Evans discussed this hair-raising incident when interviewing Bradley and Barney on his Virgin Radio breakfast show, commenting to the Chase star, "You genuinely have the vertigo because you could tell." In response, Bradley jokingly said, "I know, people think I'm making it up," although Chris immediately came to his defense, remarking, "There's no way, you were white as a sheet." Confirming this, Barney chipped in, "It does terrify him." Despite these challenges, Bradley happily noted that he has been slowly overcoming these fears, mentioning, "I'd like to think that since the early days, I've got a bit better." The NHS website describes vertigo as a sensation where either the person or their surroundings seem to spin, significantly affecting balance. Barney admitted he's also starting to have nerves about some of the show's stunts. Image, Gareth Cattermole, Getty Images. It notes that an episode of vertigo can last from mere seconds to hours, and in severe cases, persist for several days or months. Although the condition generally improves without intervention, the NHS advises seeking medical advice from a GP if you frequently experience symptoms or if it starts interfering with daily activities. Vertigo is often mistakenly believed to be a fear of heights, but the correct term for such a phobia is acrophobia. According to Healthline, acrophobia can induce physical reactions including sweating profusely, a tight or painful chest, nausea or lightheadedness, and a racing heart when confronted with or even just thinking about lofty places. In related news, Bradley's son Barney, 27, has confessed that he doesn't find it as easy to engage in daring stunts as he did in his younger days. "When we first started, I was 19. When we were climbing up a rock face or jumping out of a plane, I took to that like a duck to water." He noted, "It was very, very easy to do those things. But now that the years have gone on, I'm 27 now, I'm having a go at some of the stuff we did in this series, and there are moments when you think, oh, what if this goes wrong? You don't have those thoughts when you're young." Aside from vertigo, Bradley has tackled other personal battles, including his struggle with blepharitis, a condition that causes his eyes to appear swollen and red. He shared insight into his condition, saying, "People don't realize I have seriously bad blepharitis. I have to take 1 pill a day for it or I really struggle. I am going to need my eyes operated on at some point to sort it out." Bradley added, "So many times, people have commented on how I look, but they don't realize, if I take medication though, I'm fine." The father-son duo's past adventures have taken them across Europe, Scandinavia, and the United States. Their daring exploits included a heart-stopping 220-meter-high bungee jump in Switzerland and a nerve-wracking cliff dive off Italy's Amalfi Coast. Bradley Walsh and Son, Breaking Dad has faced some skepticism from critics, with Radio Time suggesting that the show carries a distinct feel of scripted banter. Despite this, the program has been a hit with viewers, boasting average viewing figures of around 5 million per episode, outperforming many other shows in its category. For years, fans of The Chase have been entertained by the quick wit, cheeky banter, and boundless charm of Bradley Walsh. Every evening, households across the UK tune in to see him spar with contestants and chasers alike, his ever-present grin lighting up the screen. But behind that warm smile lies a story many viewers have never heard, a personal battle that Bradley has carried quietly, with grace and grit. It was during a quiet morning walk through the Chiltern Hills, just outside his home, when Bradley first decided to open up about it. The birds were chirping, the wind lightly brushing the trees, and his dog, Lulu, trotted beside him. "You know," he said to a nearby journalist friend who had joined him for a stroll, "most people don't realize I've got a condition that affects me every single day." The friend looked up, surprised. Bradley had always seemed the picture of energy and health. "Go on," he encouraged. Bradley stopped and took a breath. "I've got blepharitis. It's an eye condition, chronic inflammation of the eyelids. Doesn't sound dramatic, right? But it's constant. It stings, it itches, and it can be downright painful. Makeup artists on set have to work around it every single day." He explained how the bright studio lights often made things worse. "Sometimes my eyes water so badly during filming, people think I'm crying or overly emotional. I've had tweets from fans saying, 'Brad, were you choked up during that episode?' And I just laugh, because no, mate, it's just my eyes being difficult again." Bradley had kept the condition to himself for years, not out of shame, but because he didn't want sympathy. "There are people going through much worse," he said humbly. "But I think it's important for people to know that even someone who seems like they've got it all together might be fighting a little invisible battle." His days begin with a meticulous cleansing routine to soothe his eyelids. Warm compresses, prescribed drops, strict hygiene. "It's like clockwork," he chuckled. "If I miss a step, I'll pay for it on set, squinting like I've stared at the sun for too long." And yet, through all this, he never let the condition dim his spirit. Bradley still bounds onto the chase set each day with infectious energy. The crew jokes that his laughter is the real background music of the show. Even during the tough moments, he makes sure others feel good. "I suppose the moral is, never assume," Bradley said as he tossed a stick for Lulu. "Everyone's got something going on, but that shouldn't stop us from smiling, from loving what we do, from bringing joy."